Now, Diddy claims he had a mental condition while committing these acts. His lawyers said that he's not a criminal, he's just a swinger. How do you think this is going to go?
You know, I always want to believe that money and power and influence wins out. But every now and then, somebody's got to be made an example of. And he just might. And I don't want to say that like, you know, listen, if he did the things they say he did, then, deservedly so. So I don't want to by any means paint a picture like somebody who commits criminal acts should be let go simply because they're famous and got money. I just know that helps the fight. But I don't know. My spider sense is telling me he might go down.
Look, I know somebody that's close to the case, right? And what they said was interesting. They said this is essentially a domestic violence case that has ballooned into something way bigger. This is really about Diddy and Cassie beating each other up.
But then how do you involve racketeering and all that other shit?
And this is what happened. Like, this was just basically a domestic violence situation. We've all seen the video. The lawsuit came out, and the whole world was in an outrage. And I think that the feds looked at it and said, maybe we could turn this into something bigger. Maybe look at all these lawsuits that are coming in and so forth. And it's one of those things where you look at like the 30 or so lawsuits that Diddy has had. None of these have been incorporated into the federal case, which means that these lawsuits are all bullshit. You don't think the feds looked into every single one of those civil lawsuits to try to include those victims?
Then why the witch hunt if it's all bullshit?
I personally, this is what I think when looking at this. And, the person I talked to, the lawyer who I talked to, who is very familiar with the case, said that the case is actually beatable. It's 100% beatable, but Diddy needed to have taken like a year to let his lawyers really do the job that they need to do. Get all the investigators in place, get all the witnesses in place, get the stories right, et cetera, et cetera. But Diddy has always moved it along way too fast. Remember all the bond hearings in the beginning when he was trying to get out? There's 3 of them, 1 in a row, like 3 in a row, and they're all denied. They tried to push the case back. They tried to push the trial back to the 2 months. The judge said no, so it's going to trial. And right now he thinks that, we don't know what's going to happen. He might lose.
Listen, and I talked about it on my podcast, that HBO Max, I think it was like a 9-part documentary about Diddy. After I watched that, I came to 2 conclusions. A, Diddy's a piece of shit. And 2, he did it. Because I know what, like that saying, when there's smoke, there's fire. And I mean, this motherfucker was a California blaze. I mean, it was just accusation after accusation and just, it gets to a certain point where you just go, do you believe it or not? Do you believe that person when what they're saying? Do you believe that woman who's accusing him of rape? Do you believe the assistant who's accusing him, the male assistant who's accusing him of rape? Do you believe the girl that says that when she got shot in the face in the club, it was Diddy that shot her? And the driver that said Diddy tried to give him the gun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so it's just like...
Well, all that stuff is true, but all that stuff is not part of this case.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that this dude is like a perfect guy and he's just being railroaded. I'm saying he did a bunch of fuck shit over the years.
Okay, so
but how much of this is really part of the case?
But it reminds me of that moment. There was a moment when Mike Tyson was in jail and Jim Gray, the sports announcer, read a letter that Mike wrote to him. And Mike said in the letter, basically, I did not rape Desiree Washington, but based on all the things that I have done in the past, I am where I should be. So, to your point with Diddy, it may not have anything to do with the case, but based on everything that he has done, life catches up, man.
Yeah, but you can't send someone to jail over stuff that they did that doesn't have anything
This is
to do
America.
with the case.
This is America. This is a system run by white folks.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it happen to OJ,
America
right?
can do whatever
OJ
the
went
fuck
to
they want to do
jail for
you.
35 years because he got off before.
Yes.
Right? The murder
Yes.
of Nicole and Ron caught up to him when he tried to get his stuff back.
And nigga, we gonna get you. That's America. You got away with killing 2 white folks. Nigga, we gonna get you for this.
Yeah, they got
This is for that.
Yeah.
So come on, man.
Even when the judge said it's not, it still is.
Come on, man.
I mean, listen, I know people that have committed murder that got less than 35 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That punishment didn't fit that
No,
crime.
it did not.